Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Tariq Ashraf from University of Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module Yearbooks, Encyclopedias and Handbooks from paper Information Sources in Social Sciences. So students, let us see what are we going to learn from this module. The purpose of this module is to familiarize the students, readers with yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks in the area of social sciences. Yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks are important source of social science information and are brought out by prestigious, learned, and scholarly societies as well as by commercial publishers. These sources provide complete background of a subject and also current state of research. Some of the important sources are as follows: yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks. Yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks are brought out by prestigious, learned, and scholarly societies as well as by commercial publications. These are the sources which are published on regular basis by various associations like American Society for Information Sciences, American Psychological Association, American Association for Microbiology. So these learned bodies and scholarly societies bring out these yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks. They are basically subject oriented tools and cover a particular subject. These yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks are prepared by experts and are basically contributed by the subject experts and have complete knowledge base and open up a subject for a layperson as well as they describe the development which have taken place in the preceding years. These sources also provide complete background of subject and current state of the research. This is a very important feature of these kind of publications that they contain the current state of that particular subject. Whatever research has taken place in the preceding year, whatever research trends are available, whatever research findings are available in that particular subject during the preceding year, that becomes part of these yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks. This this important features brings these sources to the fore and makes them a very important and very ideal source for understanding what developments are taking place in that particular domain of knowledge. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to get this kind of understanding from different and diverse sources. The feature of these sources is that they they collect the information from different sources and they bring out this information in a single format and update these sources regularly. So let's start with annuals and yearbooks. A yearbook, also known as an annual, is a type of publication brought out annually to record, highlight, and commemorate the past year's developments. The term here basically refers to a book of thoughts, ideas, knowledge, statistics, or facts. A yearbook is an important source of information in a particular area in the preceding years. In such a publication, the entries are generally alphabetical so that user may read the desired portion easily. In some yearbooks, entries are also recorded in chronological order so that he may go to a particular portion. Some important yearbooks in the area of social sciences are as follows: the Annual Register, a record of world events, bedside Midland Cuisines worldwide, is a very old annual published since 1758. The first editor was Edmund Burke. It will remain an authoritative chronicle of events from every country of the world. Apart from country specific coverage of significant events, it also provides global perspective on religion, the science, law, the arts, and sports. In addition, international organizations, obituaries of important people, and key documents are also included. Whitaker's Almanac, London. The stationery office was initially published in the year 1868 by Joseph Whitaker. The annual publication provides detailed coverage of the United Kingdom on different topics like parliament, religion, education, social welfare, transport, environment, lotteries, and gaming, taxation, the media, and organizations. However, data on rest of the countries of the world is brief and sketchy. The annual also provides information on European Parliament, European Union, a brief A to Z compendium of facts and maps about the countries of the world, and a profile of world events from the past year. The almanac also includes a bibliography of annual reference books. Need for yearbooks, encyclopedia, and handbooks. Yearbooks, encyclopedia, and handbooks provide up to date information on a particular subject during the preceding year. Hence, they are very important part of library collections and are extensively used by the users of the library, basically those who are new to that subject and are starting with. These sources basically add information to the existing body of knowledge and aim to catch up with the current and emerging research outcome and trends. This is again a very important feature of these sources, that they add information to the existing body of the knowledge which is available in books, research journals, and other information products. Because most of the time publications like books become outdated, the information in the books is not up to date. These sources, yearbooks and handbooks, serve as important updation services, and whatever developments take place, they are added to them on the basis of year of publications. Hence, they collect knowledge and disseminate it through these publications. So, in a sense, they are important sources of updated knowledge, and whatever current knowledge is available is disseminated through these sources. So in a sense, they supplement the knowledge which is available in publications like books, because of the year of publications, that information is confined to a particular period. But these sources, encyclopedias, handbooks, and yearbooks, regularly collect whatever is happening around the globe and bring out an updated versions. These sources set forth its general system to the man with whom we live and transmit it to those who will come after us. So, this is again a philosophical kind of exploration that these sources bring out knowledge in a concise form at a single place and transmit it to those who will come after this particular period. So, this adds to the continuation of knowledge which is otherwise quite dispersed and located at different geographically dispersed points. A yearbook, encyclopedia, and handbook collect this information from different locations and brings out in published form in a form of a capsule or a subject gateway. So these publications keep the knowledge current and updated and have immense value for scholarship, learning, and research. Issues for consideration for yearbooks, encyclopedias, and handbooks. So, what are the important issues associated with these kind of publications? The first issue is that these publications should be up to date, should be up to date, and have information which is current on a particular subject during that preceding year. If the information is not updated and the new version is brought out without containing an updation of the information or development which have taken place in that subject during the preceding year, it will serve no purpose. Hence, it is the responsibility of the scholarly societies, of the learned bodies, or even the commercial organizations, publishers who are bringing out these sources which are quite costly in terms of their pricing, that they are regularly updated and the coverage is comprehensive and nothing is left out of the coverage. Only then they will become regular features of a library collection. If they are not updated, if they are not added value on regular basis, then they are not going to add any value to themselves or to the libraries or to scholarship. Another issue which is involved with these kind of publications is that they are self-contained and equip the reader with complete background of the subject. This is again a very important point, that these kind of publications are self-contained, which means that the scope and the coverage is sufficient enough to provide knowledge of that domain comprehensively, and once a user consults these sources, he or she gets complete background and has complete understanding of that particular area of the research or knowledge. It requires hard work and complete devotion and commitment to this particular publication so that it is updated regularly and the the content is so wide in its scope that it becomes self-contained and equips the reader with comprehensive and complete knowledge of the background of the subject. Here are some examples of yearbooks. Europa World Yearbook. It was first published in 1926 and is renowned as one of the world's leading reference works covering political and economic information in more than 250 countries and territories from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. The Europa Regional Survey of the World offers in depth expert analysis at regional, sub-regional, and country level. India a Reference Annual. It is again an important publication. The material is collected from central ministries, departments, state governments, and union territories, PSUs, and autonomous bodies. India Reference Annual provides a panoramic view of the country's progress in the field of rural and urban development, industry and infrastructure, science and technology, art and culture, economy, health, defense, education, and mass communication. Statesman's Yearbook. Statesman Yearbook is the reference work of choice for accurate and reliable information on every country in the world, covering political, economic, social, and cultural aspects. It is a publication which comes out regularly and contains complete information about socio-economic indicators, political developments, and other related information about all the countries in the world, and also it contains information about international organizations like UNO, UNESCO, UNICEF, Indian Labour Organization, that is ILO, etc. World of Learning. World of Learning is an extremely important source in the area of learning institutions, organizations like universities. It provides complete information about 33,000 academic institutions across the globe, across the whole spectrum of higher education, research, and learning. It is one of the world's leading reference works which provides complete information about universities which are spread across the world. Yearbook of International Organizations. This yearbook provides the most extensive coverage of non-profit international organizations. One of the important features of this source is that it does not include for-profit enterprises. Hence, it is a unique kind of publication which provides access to information for NGOs based international organizations and is widely used by research community. An encyclopedia is defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as a circle of learning and less poetically as a literary work containing extensive information on all branches of knowledge. Encyclopedia is a source which is used by most of us to get authoritative and authentic information to our everyday questions. Encyclopedias are basically storehouses of knowledge and they open up subjects before us. They essentially contain information in all areas of knowledge and are very helpful in providing basic understanding of the subjects. There are different kinds of encyclopedias according to their subjects, but generally speaking, encyclopedias are sort of one stop solution to all our knowledge based queries. They immensely help a layperson to get first-hand information about a particular subject, and also they are very heavily used kind of publications in a library, particularly by users which are new to the system, who do not have adequate background of the subject, and they want to start their basic understanding of that particular area. Encyclopedia also help us in having knowledge about a particular area, a particular country, or particular topic. They contain basic information, they also contain in-depth information, and they also contain information which is regularly updated and is available from authentic sources. In a sense, encyclopedias are basic instruments of knowledge dissemination, and they help researchers, ordinary library users, and a layperson to have understanding of, of a system, of a subject in a particular uh, domain of the knowledge. Even today, it has a dominating presence in every library as well as in many homes. Print encyclopedias are still issued, though sales of this format, like Britannica Online, has been decided to discontinue in the print format. Today, when a lot of things are available through internet, these encyclopedias still have their value for being a single point source of different kind of knowledges. Hence, it can be easily stated that though information is available from electronic sources in abundance, but still encyclopedia continue to constitute an important part of the library collections. Though most of the encyclopedias today are going online, but still, in a sense, the essence and the basic idea of encapsulating knowledge in an encyclopedic format remains same, whether it is a printed version or an electronic format. Most of the encyclopedias follow the basic layout, that is, with alphabetically arranging entries supplemented by an index. The articles of the entries are normally written by experts, and this is essentially a very important part of an encyclopedia, that experts of the subjects are involved in its preparation, because every subject, every entry has uh, its own domain and cannot be contributed by journalists. Hence, we require expertise, and that comes from the subject's experts. Only that adds authenticity and the value to the publication when a large amount of expertise is, is involved into its arrangement. The entries are alphabetically, as I said in the beginning, because it is easier to use in that format. Encyclopedias are normally reference sources are not consulted from cover to cover. Hence, we need to have an arrangement which is largely alphabetical in order, so that it allows us to, to go to a particular area, a particular subject of our interest without going through the entire content. Encyclopedias are sometimes followed by bibliographies. Major encyclopedias have all gone digital and they are now available over the web. These bibliographies add further values to these encyclopedias. Though encyclopedias are in themselves comprehensive, they are in depth, and they cover almost everything, but they still provide the bibliographies for further reading. These bibliographies are important part of an encyclopedia because if a user want to have more reading material on that particular subject, he can he can consult these bibliographies and find out this material. Encyclopedias are now mostly available on the web, but still the format, the content, and the basic purpose remain same. Web has only uh, allowed a wider access to these publications without being restricted to the physical location. In addition to important traditional journal encyclopedias, that is Britannica, Americana, World Bank, Crompton, etc., certain other subject based titles have been published regularly from different publishers from different countries. There are also fully digital encyclopedias, that is Microsoft's Encarta and recently launched Wikipedia. Wikipedia is basically a public domain knowledge system where everyone is free to add. This is a encyclopedic exercise on the part of general people who can themselves add their knowledge to Wikipedia. It allows them to add certain portions to already published material. Wikipedia is basically a voluntary effort on the part of people to bring out knowledge in the from different parts of the subjects, from different parts on various parts at a single place accessible over internet. Wikipedia has in recent times emerged as one of the most used kind of encyclopedia and is comprehensive in its coverage and tries to cover almost everything. There are certain issues with regard to Wikipedia in terms of its scholarly value because most of the time the contents are not properly peer reviewed. But still, in terms of providing basic contents, in terms of providing a basic understanding of the subject of the issues, Wikipedia serves as a strong tool and is competing with other traditional sources. One can say that digital version of encyclopedias have a number of advantages, of course. They are searchable by keywords. They also provide link to related topics of interest. They are shareable and they are accessible 24 by 7 as compared to physical formats. But still, physical formats have not been eliminated completely. Still, there are publications which are being regularly brought out, like Statesman Yearbook, like other encyclopedias, which are being still published from their respective publications. Of course, there is a tendency which is uh, which is basically basically to promote these publications in electronic format. It also necessary to have this kind of format as it provides wider access to these contents and also saves the huge space of the libraries. It is also easy to keep them updated rather easily with latest information, and multi-feed media files are also available with them to illustrate concepts. So this is again an added advantage of a publication in electronic format, that it is it is easily possible to update them regularly, unlike a printed publication where updation comes once in a year or so. But an electronic format provides ease of access and ease of editing also. Whenever some change take place, whenever some new development takes place in the subject or in a particular area, an immediate updation is quite possible. And this is adding immense value in terms of making them more popular and more updated, providing information in real time. Whether in print or in electronic version, the encyclopedia remains a valuable starting point of research on a number of topics. So it can be argued that encyclopedias basically are single window solution to our knowledge based queries, and their value cannot be eliminated despite the format going a transformation from print to electronic, as they are mostly edited, mostly contributed by experts from the globe. They bring immense knowledge in them. They have the expertise associated with them, which is normally not associated with a publication like book or a scholarly journal. Encyclopedias are brought out on a scale which is not associated with the smaller publication, hence they have immense value. They are pride position of a library and are kept in a reference section, so they are easily accessible to the user, and every library must make effort to provide encyclopedia based services, and there should be a reference librarian who has complete knowledge about the contents of these encyclopedia, so that he can help the user whenever a user visits the library and requires information. Encyclopedia again is a source where one can gain a basic understanding of the subject and also learns where to look for more information. This is again an important point because most of the encyclopedias also provide sources for further information. If a user has more requirement, if a user wants to have additional information, if he wants to go beyond basic concept, if he wants to have some kind of research based information, these encyclopedias help him or her to consult more sources, as they provide bibliographies at the end of those chapters, and also add more values by providing the list of other contents available in other formats elsewhere. General encyclopedias. General encyclopedia provide information on a wide range of subjects, unlike encyclopedia, which is a domain specific encyclopedia. These contain information that is factual and written by a variety of experts. Encyclopedia Britannica is one of the best known general encyclopedia, as it contains information on a variety of subjects. It is not confined to a particular domain of knowledge and provides a variety of sources of information on different aspects of life. Subject encyclopedias. Subject encyclopedias contain information on a particular subject of study by subject experts. It is a reference tool for individuals that need an overview of information on specialized topics and are backed up by reference and bibliographies. Subject encyclopedias are available on subjects like psychology, education, medicine, technology, and others. Some important encyclopedias. Let us now discuss some important encyclopedias. Encyclopedia Britannica. Encyclopedia Britannica is one of the most important and widely regarded general knowledge English language encyclopedia. It is regarded as one of the most scholarly encyclopedia of English language. The Britannica is the oldest English language encyclopedia which is still being produced. It was first published between 1768 and 1771 in Scotland in 3 volumes. Currently, it is being published in 33 volumes, but in a recent development, the Encyclopedia Britannica is no longer available in print format. Now it is available only in electronic format through the website of the Britannica. Encyclopedia Americana. Encyclopedia Americana, yet another prestigious publication, was first published in 1829-33 with subsequent editions in 1911, 20 volumes, and 1918, 30 volumes. Americana is international in scope and detailed coverage of American and Canadian geography and history. It is also strong in biography and scientific and technical subjects. Formats of yearbooks, encyclopedia, and handbooks. Order of information in a yearbook is generally alphabetical so that user may read the desired portion easily. Similarly, yearbooks, encyclopedia, and handbooks follow the same pattern where entries are normally alphabetical. Sometimes these entries also recorded in chronological order so that user can access the entries from historical perspective, which is based on chronological order. These forms of publications are also available in ebook format currently, providing full search capabilities, 24 by 7 access, and no special readers of hardware is required. Thus, these publications constitute important reference material of a library and serve a gateway to different subjects. Thus, it can be concluded that encyclopedias are integral part of our library systems. They are sources which need to be updated and kept in our libraries on regular basis. So somebody can argue that most of this information is available on internet, but still, in terms of authenticity, in terms of their being reviewed by the peers and contributed by experts, it can be safely argued that they are still valuable sources and they are sort of sources which are not matchable from any other source because they bring knowledge, expertise, and information at one place which is quite dispersed in several publications. Hence, encyclopedias have their own value. They save the time of the users immensely. They allow users to consult a single source for various kind of requirements. Hence, they have the great scholarly value for a library also and for a library user.